I want to quickly now walk you through the tamasha as far as what these tariffs announcements that Donald Trump has been making, not just for India, but for the other countries as well in our neighborhood. And quickly we'll go through that. First and foremost, Vietnam. It was supposed to be about 11%. That's what the deal was initially worked out to be. And finally, it actually reached 20%. He, in fact, unilaterally raised that figure. Let's move ahead now to tell you Brazil. Well, that's a story in itself where it is 50% is the tariff, where trade was actually used as a tool to settle the Bolsonaro trial. There's a lot of back and forth here because there's geopolitics at play and trade is being weaponized. Let's quickly now tell you about Colombia, which threatened high tariff after it refused to let 2 planes with US deputies land. So you can see how there is complete weaponization of trade that is happening by Donald Trump. Let's now tell you China. In fact, first up, let's get you Canada, where February 2025, 25% was the tariff that was imposed. And in mid-2025, that was raised to 35% when Mark Carney said he isn't going to back down. Let's now tell you about South Africa, where it was 30% was the tariff. And then Trump claimed, remember, he made those white genocide claims at this time, which is why this is the number that is there. And lastly, let's tell you about Japan, where there's a 100% tariff on the semiconductor imports, because the one thing that Donald Trump thinks that he can actually do is create this alternate supply chains overnight that will come to America. Something that took 40 years to go out, he feels that he's actually going to bring all of it back in 4 years.